Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Newbeing Queen Talk Show. I am so excited, y'all. This is a really, really special night for me. As I have a beautiful guest on tonight, and she really has some things that she would like to share with us on tonight. So I'm excited about bringing her forward, y'all. This is a woman of God. She's a very prolific speaker, very prophetic woman of God, is led by Holy Spirit, loves the Lord, have a relationship with God for real. She's been in my life for a few months actually, but I tell you what, she has been a whole blessing to me. And have you ever had someone that you made contact with and then immediately you felt like you were with family, or you knew them, you've been knowing them for a long time? Well, this is what this woman of God has done for me. She's just been there, that showed up for me, prayed me through, ministered to me. She's a woman of God. She's a speaker. She's a leader. She's an organizer. She's a humanitarian. And she knows, how to minister to people and really help them to open up, to see some things about themselves, to make them think different. About the thoughts they're having, things of that nature. She'll get into your mind now. She'll have you thinking about some stuff. But before we have her to come up, I'm gonna do a quick my little intro, and then I'll get back with you all, but y'all stay tuned. But y'all know how I ask you all to share this. Y'all share it to everybody that you know, but it'll give y'all some time to share it, because this guest here is someone that you want to hear. I feel it in my spirit. I feel I'm preaching in my spirit, y'all. But I'm going to let her be the one that's going to speak on tonight, because the message that she has for us, it's going to be something that's going to really make us think. So y'all make sure y'all share this. Y'all share, share, share. Okay. All right. I'll see y'all in just a moment. Greetings and welcome to Newbeing Queen Talk Show. I am your host, Queen Yolanda Mitchell, and I am thrilled to announce a fantastic opportunity for you to advertise on our program. You can choose either a commercial lasting no longer than a minute or a voiceover in a flyer. Numerous advertisement options are available, and we encourage you to reach out to us via email at newbeingqueenmove@gmail.com. That is Newbeing, Newbeing, queenmove@gmail.com. For more information, please take notes of our email address at newbeingqueenmove@gmail.com, and we will send you information as soon as possible. We offer you the opportunity to promote your business, upcoming event, ministry, birthday shout out, anniversary appreciation shout out, or any other message you like to get out there. We are excited to work with you to create an effective marketing strategy for you, your brand, and your event at Newbeing Queen Talk Show. Okay. Yeah, all right. So, as I was saying before, y'all, I don't know. Every time I get on, I start talking. I feel like I want to start ministering. I want to start preaching. And y'all, listen, I love speaking. So you will have to bear with me. But I'm just excited on tonight. As I was talking to this woman of God, the thing that was really pressing upon her spirit on tonight that she want to bring forth is something that's really something that we all know about, we feel, we sense, but we don't really talk about it. So that's why I'm excited to bring her forth on tonight, because once she get on, then I'm gonna bring it up, because I know y'all in a little bit of a suspense here, and y'all know how we do it on New Being Queen Talk Show. We encourage you all to definitely comment. We need your feedback. We need y'all to talk back to us. Okay, that's how we do it on New Being Queen Talk Show. So without further ado, I'm gonna bring before you all the woman of God, the beautiful woman of God, the speaker, the humanitarian, the author, a mentor. Y'all, she just do it all. She's a teacher, speaker. She's all that and some. Okay, that's all she's been to me. Okay, so I'm gonna bring the woman of God up, Prophetess Tish.
Hey everyone.
Oh.
Hi. Hey Queen.
How are you, Prophetess Queen? How are you?
I am doing awesome. I'm doing amazing. Like I'm like, well, I get a chance to sit and talk with my sis today. So
I
I'm gonna try
know.
to act like I know that it's other people watching us and
Right.
just, but I'm like, I get a chance to talk with my sis. Hello, Queen.
I feel the same way. I was sitting up here and I was saying, you know, um, like God, this is a moment for us to actually, really talk about something that we talk all the time about, but we don't really, really share with many people. Many people don't hear us actually talk about these things. But these are things that we do have issues with from time to time. We'll talk about it amongst ourselves, but people really don't hear from us. So I just wanted to bring that forth on tonight, because as we were talking about different things about our faith, that we have seem like we have more faith in the enemy and his tactics and his devices than we do in God. Like we're more fearful, we have more faith that it's going to work than we do in the word of God and the things of God and prayer, and saying that we believe that the things that the enemy, like witchcraft and bad things, negative things, are going to happen, and we believe that, and it has more power and it's actually greater than God and his work and the things that he's going to be doing. So I just wanted to kind of bring that forth and kind of talk to you a little bit more about this, so we can kind of bring that out and talk to the people a little bit about that.
Awesome. Yes, that is like a hot topic for me, because a lot of times we're like, oh, this person was speaking bad on me, and I can't tell anybody this because I don't
Right.
want anybody speaking against my dreams, speaking against my vision, speaking against whatever it is that God is doing. And I'm just like, well, who spoke to you in the first place to tell you to do it?
Mm,
Who told you to write the book in the first place? Who told you to start the nonprofit in the first place? Who told you
mm,
to get in that relationship in the first place? And so a lot of times we're so secretive, and we keep a lot of stuff in because we're more, we believe the devil is real, but do you actually believe that the God you serve is real? Do you actually
right.
believe that the God you serve is more powerful than any enemy? Do you actually believe that the least in his kingdom is more powerful than the greatest in the enemy's kingdom? And so that was kind of like my thing. Was I woke up this morning, it was just like, I don't even know where the thought came from. So apparently it was meant for this conversation here. But and
Mm,
I'm just like, you know what? We have to stop giving the enemy so much credit. We have to stop validating him so much. And when the doctor said this, it's like, come on, like, who is your God? Who is your
who
God? Do you
is
truly believe in the God you serve? And
right?
so that's like, I'm just like, man, like, wow, like we have more faith in the enemy. We have more
Right.
faith in the witches and the warlocks than what you have in the prophet and the
Mm,
apostle. Come on now.
come
Like you
on.
you listen, oh, what a, this witch, and I knew they was a witch, and I knew they did witchcraft on me. Okay.
Right.
But you also had someone impart into you. You also had the prophet come lay hands on you when you were
Mm,
sick. You also had the apostle that came and spoke to you. You had the minister that came and ministered to you. You had the pastor that came and shepherded to you. And so you're
come
sitting up here.
on.
You had the evangelist that came and evangelized to you. You had the teacher that taught you some stuff, but you're so busy, concerned, and focused on the things that the enemy is doing. It's just like that's nothing but distraction.
Come
Focus on
on.
what God has told you to do, and quit
Right.
getting distracted by what the enemy is doing. Quit getting
Come
distracted
on.
they said. Quit getting distracted by what the
Ooh.
person to your left and your right is doing. Quit
Come
getting distracted
on.
by other people's opinions in you. And so once you're getting distracted in that shows me where our faith is. Me too.
Ooh.
So once I look at stuff and I'm like, you know what? That's nothing but a distraction. If I focus on it
Mm.
too long, that means I'm giving too much energy, too much conversation, too much time to a devil that has no authority over me.
Ooh. My God. My God. My God.
Like Mary said, who is your God? Who
Ooh.
is your God?
Who?
Do you
Who?
actually know him? I think we know the enemy more than what we know the power of our God.
Mm.
We, we sit there and a prophet will come and say something to you, and you're quick to say, oh, they prophet lying. But let a witch or a warlock come and say something to you. Let somebody come and speak a word curse over you, and you'll receive that word curse quicker than what you will receive that blessing, quicker than what you will see that prophetic word.
Come on. Jesus.
We have to start paying attention and learning how to hear God yourself. And one of the ways that you can exercise hearing God yourself, once you pick up the Bible, don't just pick it up and just read it. Pick it up and say, you know what, I'm going to read me a couple chapters, and I'm going to sit here and see what God tell me about this chapter.
Come on. Jesus.
So that's kind of just been heavy on me today. It's just like, are we training our ear to hear? No, we're not training our ear to hear. Let me tell you why we're not. Why we're not training our ear to hear.
Come on.
We're not training our ear to hear because we are too busy focused in on what's going on in social media. And I'm not saying all social media is bad, but we're too focused on going in and paying attention what this person is doing and how they move and this, that, and another. And in the meantime, our plate then got cold because we too busy watching somebody else eat their plate and how they're eating their food and which way they're doing it. And so we done got focused on that. We done got so focused on television, and it's telling us how to vision. It's telling us how to respond to something. It's telling us what emotions we should have in a situation, how we should act when somebody says something. It's telling us to do this, and girl, let me tell you, and the next time it's telling us to do all of this and stuff versus saying, you know what, let me just sit back and I'm gonna pray. I'm not even gonna respond. But we're being told, television, social media is telling us how to socialize with one another.
Ooh.
And so we're so focused on what everybody else is saying and doing, and then the enemy, he just used that to just say, you know what, let me just feed them on what they should do. Let me give them the guidance. Why? Because they ain't in their word. Why? Because when they on social media, they looking for somebody else's business. They're not looking for somebody to preach, somebody to give them the word. And then now we can't even discern, we can't even dissect what's true and what's not. Why? Because we don't read it ourselves. I'm gonna calm down. I forgot we got people listening to our conversation.
Listen, listen. You done said a mouthful, woman of God. Prophetess, you said the television is telling us how to vision. And social media is teaching us how to socialize. Instead of us hearing from God for ourselves, getting the word for ourselves, having a relationship with the Father, we're allowing all these other things to teach us.
Yep.
And we will believe the lie. We believe everything. We believe the negativity because that's what we're eating. We're taking it in. We're being entertained. We're taking in all the negativity, all the negative stuff. We're eating off that, feeding off that.
Yep.
And that's why we're having negative things happening into our, that's why some of the negative things are happening in our life.
Yeah.
Because we're taking in, we're not even trusting God at his word. We're not even believing God anymore. We believe a lie. We'll believe the negativity. We feel like it has more power than the power of God. We trust negative stuff. We trust gossip. We'll trust a lie, believe a lie before we believe the truth. We'll tell people, I believe it until I see it. Oh my God. I'll believe it. I believe that God is real until I see it. So until then, I'm going to trust whatever I'm doing, whatever they're doing until I see God. Because that's how it has always been.
Yeah. We will believe somebody else's report over about a person before we actually go to God and say, God, show me their character.
Jesus, don't you know?
And then because of what they said, now we're missing on divine opportunity. We're missing kingdom helpers. We're missing those destiny helpers that's supposed to help us get. Why? Because once I talked to such and such, they said that they don't fool with her because she got a bad attitude. No, it probably was something about their relationship. It was probably something about their attitude. It's probably something about their interaction, their class. It might have just been the two demons in them that just didn't like each other, with two spirits spirits that was within them didn't get along. And so sometimes we have to sit back and say, hold on, Holy Spirit, show me who this person is.
Show me. Show me. My
Because what
God.
will happen is you will begin to bring out the worst in each other, and God will cause that division because he didn't tell you to be connected to him in the first place.
My God. My God.
And then we're missing opportunities because we're too busy asking other people, well, hey, I see that you connect with such and such, and so what is she like? Or I seen you took a picture with such and such, and what is she like? I seen you was at this conference and such was there. Did you meet her? What was she like? Holy Spirit, who is this person? Who is this person talking to me? Holy Spirit, what is their motive? Do they have a motive? Holy Spirit, it ain't even their motive. Hold on. Let's get past that. Holy Spirit, am I supposed to be connected to them? Are they directly aligned with my purpose and what it is that you have me to do until I reach my eternal life? Are they kingdom minded? Can I help? Can I grow the kingdom? What is their position? Am I supposed to pull them up? Are they supposed to pull me up? Where do they fall on my compass? Because I believe in putting people on a compass. I have north, I have east, I have north, south, east, and west, right? And so my people to my north, I know that I'm gleaning from them. They're pulling me up. They're causing me to push. They're causing me to elevate. Their mindset is different than mine, and it's something about them that I need to glean from them. I have people to my south. Them people that I'm supposed to pull up, that I'm supposed to help rise up, that I'm supposed to lift them up. Then I have my people to my east and my west. I could talk to them about some things that I can't talk to the people about in my south with. And so I have my people to my east. God, where is they at on my compass? Oh, they're not supposed to be on my compass. It don't mean that they're a bad person. It does not mean that something's wrong with them. It does not mean that they're living in sin. It just means that I'm not supposed to be connected to you.
Jesus.
And be okay with it.
Woman of God. You know what? And that is important.
My bad.
What'd you say?
I said I switched to a different. I'm trying to remember that we got people watching us.
We got people, Queen, Prophetess. We have people watching us. Because listen, I'm sitting up here and I'm listening to you. And that is so amazing that you said that, because when we are dealing with people, we need to know, is it temporary? Is it, is it permanent? Is it short term, long term? Like, what is their purpose in our life, and what is our purpose in their life? Are we supposed to be connected? Are we supposed to be just doing a little business and then we go about our business? You know what I'm saying? Are we supposed to stay connected? It's like you will feel that instant connection when I don't know, just feel like extra power or excitement, like it makes your belly leap. Like, and that is the thing that we have to know. A way to put them at and where they at, like you said, on your compass, like where do you supposed to be at? Like, am I supposed to have you close to me? Are we supposed to be working together? Are we supposed to do ministry together, business together? Are we supposed to be friends? What information should I share with you? And oh my God, like we really don't know where to put people at in our lives. And we're wondering why we're having such issues in our life. Like I can be a friend with a guy, but that don't mean I'm supposed to marry him. Maybe he's supposed to just stay my friend, and she may just be a good friend of yours, but not your wife. Like, my God, like where are they supposed to be at? Put them in their prospective places, and it will help you in them both. So what were you about to say? What were you saying before I started talking?
I don't know, because I got fired up again, because you seem to talking about putting them, and I'm just like, even with that, we're not supposed to. Everybody is not supposed to be our friend, right? Some people it's just an acquaintance, and we're so busy looking for friends. It's just like I'm not in the season right now to where I'm looking for friends. What I'm looking for is people, destiny helpers. I'm looking for kingdom minded people. I'm looking for people that I'm supposed to connect with. That's supposed to help me with my kingdom purpose. I'm okay with the friends, and so that way, if it's just a disconnect, then that's fine. I don't even have a circle anymore. I got dots. I got different dots. I'm not trying to form a circle, because right now I'm kingdom minded. And so I don't have time to try to form friends or so. I got my dots. I have my people that I connect with on this level and that level. But then right now I'm kingdom minded. So I cannot tend to anybody's emotion because I realize that I'm here for a purpose, and my purpose that I'm here for, I cannot be distracted because your feelings is hurt because I didn't call you today. I'm busy. I'm working on my mission. I'm working on my assignment. I'm doing what it is that God has told me to do right now. So I can't coddle your feelings. I can't coddle your emotions. I don't have time to sit on the phone and talk to you about what Shirley doing up the street. I don't care what Shirley doing up the street. Tell me what you read in your Bible today. Tell me what spoke to you today, because I might have need the word that you got. So I don't have time for them type of conversations right now. I don't have time for that. That makes you an acquaintance. You're not a friend of mine, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that right now we're speaking two different languages, and I need someone to speak the language of the kingdom right now to sit there and say, okay, this is what I'm sensing that God is doing in the earth. This is what I'm sensing that God is saying for the church right now. This is what I'm hearing. This is what I heard in my prayer time today. Can we get on the phone and instead of us talking about stuff, talking about what we seen on the news, can you talk about what you heard in your prayer time? Can we sit on the phone and talk and say, you know what? I just need somebody to go in and just pray with me. What we praying about? I don't know. Let's just pray in tongues for a couple hours. All right. We're going to sit there with the phone next to us, and we're going to lay there and just pray on. I need them type of friends right now. I need them type. And so if you're on anything else right now, I don't need to be connected to you because I'm kingdom minded right now. I'm kingdom focused right now because I realized I spent too much time worried about what other people were saying about me, worrying about who was releasing witchcraft prayers, who was for me, who was against me, who would support me. I didn't waste some time. So now I'm trying to play catch up right now and do what it is that God has told me to do. And so right now I just got to be focused.
My God.
And I can't have any distractions.
My God. I can't get up and run. I can't get up and run. You mean what got me is when you said, because we all talk about a circle, right? You know, my circle of friends. You said, listen, I'm not even trying to complete a circle. I just got some dots. I'm gonna have somebody here, somebody here, somebody here. I'm not even trying to have a circle of friends. That's too many people in my circle. That's too many people in my life. I'm trying to connect them dots because, to be honest with you, you're not gonna find that many people that you need in your life that's gonna pray with you, that's gonna lift you up in prayer and say, woman of God, I've sent in my spirit, this is what's going on, or send you an encouraging word or a text that's gonna lift you up and empower you and say, I just picked you up in my spirit. I felt like your energy was low. Now I want to be able to say something to you that's going to fire you back up and get you back up again. Or, woman of God, I see that you're out there doing things. And just because I see you out there shaking, shifting, and moving, I'm still praying for God that he continue to strengthen you, because I know it takes a lot just to stay up sometimes, because sometimes you get hit. Just because you're out there shaking, shifting, and moving, just because you're doing things, that doesn't mean that you don't have a hard time. That doesn't mean the enemy is not coming at you on left and right, on inside and out. You got things you're going through on one side, on the other. You got things going on at home, on your job, in the ministry, at church, at work. You got stuff going on in your business. You got stuff going on, and people think because you're constantly moving, like, oh, she's doing good, but then they have a nerve to be envious, and they don't even know that on your own, within yourself, you're already struggling. You're struggling with, should I go forward with this? Or, God, I don't see it in my finances, or God, I'm trying to do this thing, and I'm trying to, handle business on this level, but my money don't look right. My change is strange, or, I don't have the clothes. I can't even buy a new outfit, can't even pay attention. Come on. But I'm just trusting you, God, in this hour. We need some people that's going to push us, because sometimes doing the will of the Lord, you already got your own thoughts that's coming against you. You already got doubt. You have your own inner me that you have to deal with. You don't need all that extra stuff. That's why you need somebody in your life that will pick you up in the spirit realm, pray you through, and say, woman of God, it is time for you to go forward. Because sometimes we want to back up. Sometimes we start being like Lot's wife. We start looking back and say, it was easier back then. At least I know what's back there. But moving forward, I don't know. This is an unfamiliar place, because some of us, we don't want to be unfamiliar. We don't want to be inconvenienced. It's easier to stay back where I was at before, because that place I know. But moving forward, that place I don't know. That place is scary for me. Oh my God. And then people have a nerve to want to be jealous. but they
That
don't know
part.
you're already struggling. So I need a friend that's going to pray me through. I need somebody that's going to pick me up in the spirit. I need somebody that's going to encourage and empower me right now because I feel a little low in my spirit. I
Come
feel like
on.
I want to give up. I feel like the energy, the wind has been knocked out of me. I want to get back up again. I want to breathe again, but I can't do it on my own. So I need me a prayer warrior. I need somebody that's going to pick me up in the spirit, that's going to pray me through the heavens because this right here is hard right now. I feel like giving up. I want to just lay down. I don't want to get back up. I just want to just lay right here.
Yes.
I feel like getting
Yes.
up is just a lot. But we need somebody gonna say, woman of God, and speak a word in our life. Well, I may not have the funds, I may not have the money, but I have an encouraging word, not a word that's gonna make you feel worthless, but a word that's gonna empower and encourage you to keep going.
Come on.
Because sometimes you go through so much in life where you just don't have the strength sometimes because things
Yep.
happen. But you
You
have
you
to
know
keep
what?
going.
You know what? So you were saying I need someone that's gonna pick me up, someone's gonna push me, and you said I need a prayer warrior. And I realized, and I promise you, I don't mean to say this in any disrespect. Oh, I don't mean to say that in any type of this. I don't mean it in disrespect, but at the same time, I can't care about people's feelings because somebody need to hear what I'm about to say. So I noticed that in my I'm gonna say BC time, my before Christ time, I would link up with people that was scared to speak up for themselves. They were scared to fight for themselves, but they knew that I was a fighter. They knew that I was quick with my tongue, that I would say something, that I was gonna
Ooh.
say what everybody else was thinking, right? And I realized once I came over to the kingdom, I still started to link up with them same type of people. So these people, they couldn't pray me through. These people couldn't come in, and I'm not gonna say everybody because it's a woman of God on here tonight, Apostle Cynthia Miller, that sat up and prayed me through. But I didn't have too many people that would sit up all night and begin to pray me through. I didn't have people that knew how to fight in the spirit. And so I began to surround myself
Mm.
with people that did not know how to come through in the spirit for me.
Woo!
Did not know how to pick up something in the spiritual realm and throw out a big punch the same way I did once I was hanging out in the street,
Woo!
once I was hanging out in the world. And so in this season, I need prayer warriors. I don't need warriors, people that's just gonna worry about stuff. I don't need them. I need people that's just gonna say, you know what, let's go in and pray. I don't have time for those type of things right now. It's a distraction because if you're worrying about some things and you decided that, hey, I'm not going to put my foot forward and pray about it, and you want me to pray, you calling me in to see. A lot of people will try to attach to you just because of a title on
Mm.
your name. I promise you, sometimes I be wanting to pull my title off. Not
Oh,
stop operating in it, but I
right,
want
right,
to
right,
pull it
right.
off because some people, the only reason why they want to connect to you, attach to you, or be friends with you, because they want to keep in your ear, hoping that you're going to give them a prophetic word. They want to stay connected to you and stuff, hoping that you're going to minister to them. No, well, who's going to minister to me?
Mm.
Like, what are we doing in this season? What are we really
Jesus,
doing? It's time for us to grow up in the spiritual
Jesus,
realm. It's
Jesus.
time for us to start fighting back, going
Woo,
back
yes,
to
Baba.
our beginning thing again. We're
Yes.
more confident about what the witches and the warlock and
Woo.
that's releasing word curses on us. We're too busy worried about what they saying and what he said and what she said and how they felt and this and another versus actually saying, hold on. I don't care. Let me walk boldly and be my authentic self in the kingdom. Let me know who God, show me my identity in Christ. Show me my identity in the kingdom and what I am. And I ain't got time to focus on what they saying. If they like me, if they don't like me, if they just, I ain't got time for that. Mm-mm. No, no. 2023, God had been doing a lot of disconnects. And that's why.
Did he not? And
Because I
still
had a lot of
doing it?
people that was just distracting.
Ooh, my God. My God.
Yeah.
And you know what? God got to pull them off and away from you because you have been promoted and elevated in the spirit realm. And you can't take those people. The woman of God says spiritual leeches leeching off you. You can't take those people who want you to constantly give and to do, and they don't do anything. They want you to be the one to be there, one that's going to provide and make a way for them, instead of them going forward and being the trailblazer, history maker, my God, making history, breaking curses off their family bloodline. They want somebody to pick them up and carry them through, when baby, you have your own path that you have to tread.
Yeah.
And while you're sitting up here wanting somebody to pray you through, God want to hear your voice. He wants the relationship with you.
Yeah.
Because there'll be a time that you may call me at 2-3 o'clock in the AM, and I won't answer the call because I'm asleep or snoring. I don't hear the phone ringing, but God is
Praise the
always
Lord.
there. He's always a present help in the time of trouble. He's always there. And I
Yeah.
wanted to talk about the gossip, about what people are saying. First of all, when they're talking about someone, be mindful who it is that's speaking, because they could be speaking in the spirit of jealousy, their own insecurities. And then the person they're talking about, they just don't want you to know more about that individual, which makes us more curious about that person. When they start talking about them, it makes us want to look to see who they are for real. It does that, when they start talking. And then we can't be concerned about what they're saying about us, because one thing about a lie go all the way around the world, but the truth is gonna stand. And sometimes we have to stand through the lies, the disrespect, the deceit, being mishandled, mistreated. We have to stand through that, because at the end of the day, God gonna show it up. It may take a while, it may take a few months for the light to be shed, for the truth to come forth. It may take a few years, but you just keep standing, baby. Because at the end of the day, the truth will come forth. It will be revealed. The person that it's really happening to will soon come forth. So we can't be concerned about what they're saying, because that right there, that will get to you. Because a lot of times it is people that we know. It's people that we know that we used to love, or they used to love us, that we trusted, and now they're talking about us. So they're lying on us. So they're scandalizing our name or spreading our personal information. But we have to keep going and keep trusting God and pray for them for real. And pray for them for real, because they're going through something too. And maybe they want to be like you. That's why they're talking about you. You pray for them, because God is still going to use them. They're just going through something right now. And so we have to be careful what people are saying about someone. You said it at the very beginning about people talking about people. And we'll believe a lot of what they say about other people before we believe it for ourselves. Get to know people for yourself. So they may be talking about someone, but get to know them for yourself instead of believing what someone said, because that's their experience with them. That's not yours. It's not your experience with them. Get to know them for yourself. A lot of times we won't connect with people because of what somebody that we love have said about them, and because we are trying to be so faithful and committed to that, to our friend or somebody, we don't even get to know that person for ourselves. Oh my God. And we may miss out on our help, our destiny helpers. Yeah. Because their relationship didn't get handled correctly. And that person, that their relationship was severed, because they severed that relationship. They're supposed to be connecting us to them, that got severed. And we don't know if they were supposed to be in my life to help me, but because I'm trusting my friend, believe my friend, that I won't connect with them because their relationship was severed. But they probably was there for a positive connection, so that we could connect, so that we could get something done. Maybe they wasn't there for them, they was there for me. So we have to be very careful with that. But God is really doing something. I love how you was talking about the circle of friends, and making sure that you are careful and mindful of the people that you have around you, because God is really disconnecting people in this hour. He's saying sever your relationship and your ties with them, your soul ties with them, sever the connection with them. He's telling us to do it for a reason, because maybe what they have and what we did, maybe that time is up. What we needed from them or what they needed from us is up, and it's okay. I just hate that when we disconnect, that it sometimes it's not always good. We don't know how to do it peacefully, right? And then that person is mad, because I used to be this person that when people stop talking to me, I would take it personal. Or when they disconnect from me, I would take it personal. The reason why I took it personally is because I felt like I had done something wrong. Instead of saying that they learned something from you and they moved on. Then I was like, well, they got what they wanted from me. Now they gone. Well, yes. That because you was probably there to help them. Maybe you were their destiny helpers. Maybe you was the one that they needed to help kick kickstart what they needed in their life so they could move forward. And it's okay if they move forward because something you helped them with something. At least you know you was beneficial in their life. Isn't that something? So let them go because they're not your property. And I had to
We have
learn this.
we have to realize how the Bible says, it says some plant, some water, but God is the one to give it increase, right? We have to realize that some people just come in our life to either plant or water. They're not there for the whole process. They're not supposed to be there for the whole thing.
Jesus.
Once it comes to Lot, I want to go back to Lot real quick. So Lot and Abraham, once God wanted to do something great in Abraham's life, he could not do it as long as Lot was standing there. So he had to separate them in order to separate them, because he didn't separate from Lot once he was supposed to separate from Lot. What he did was cause confusion amongst the herdsmen. Once he caused that confusion amongst the herdsmen, then that is once the separation came. So he went one way, and after that, that's once God began to show Abraham all that he was about to give him, right? And so some of the stuff is not God saying no, it's just not with them around, not with them close to you in this moment. So and that's where I'm looking at, like, okay, hold on, the disconnects are okay. And it took me a while because I went through several disconnects in 2023. And I had to start realizing, hold on, all these disconnects ain't bad. It's just like pruning. Everything that has been cut away from me has not been bad. It's been allowing me to be pruned. I had to be pruned of some people, pruned of some mindset, pruned of some beliefs, pruned of some things to where I can actually blossom and flourish and grow more. And so there's certain things now that I cannot entertain. I cannot entertain the gossip. I cannot entertain jealousy, and I cannot entertain other people's opinions of me. One and two things that I cannot see and stay focused on the disconnect, and I cannot stay focused. I cannot stay focused on other people's opinions of me. Them things right there. I'm blind to it. I'm blind to it now. And it took the hurt. It took the pain. It took all that stuff. It took me being in a hospital. It took me actually being in a situation where I could only sit back and watch and begin to start seeing things. Now I'm able to say, hold on, let me sit back and watch and see what God is doing. What is God saying about this person? What God is saying about this situation? So now I'm understanding that the disconnects aren't bad. And what happened is we become hoarders of people, and we want to hoard people. And that same thing in the church. We become hoarders of people, and we want to keep people longer in our life past their season, what they're supposed to be. We have to learn to release people. And it's just like with my daughter. My daughter's 19. I have to learn to release her now and allow her to go and go her path. But if I try to keep her, then I'm going to keep her from blossoming and flourishing into the woman of God that she's supposed to be. I'm going to stop her from being in her process. So I have planted the seeds. I planted the seeds. Now my prayer is, God, send the person that is coming to water every seed that I done planted in her.
Jesus.
She can blossom, so she can flourish. But I had someone earlier this year, and she told me, she was like, I know eventually our season's going to be up. And at first I got offended by it, and I had to think about it. I was like, hold on, no, this person understands that I'm a seasonal person. That means she's already discerned the length that this is not a relationship that's going to. And I'm like, but wow, like, what? She was like, no, she said, because our paths is different. What God got you doing, what God got me doing is different. So we're only seasonal.
Jesus.
I was like, whoa. But I respect that. I started looking at revelation. God, where do seasonal people at?
Ooh.
Who I got around today supposed to be right here?
Ooh. Because your season is up. Your time is up.
And how you said, we have to know how to allow someone's season to be up, discern that their season is up, and be able to disconnect or back away or shift their boundaries. So even once their season is up, it does not mean I got to stop talking to you. It just means that some things that your boundary level has now shifted, and some things I used to talk to you about, I can't talk to you about them things anymore. Some things that we used to do together, I can't do it. Why now? Once I do that, I have allowed the door to remain open to where if God ever needs either one of us to walk back through that door, then it's open. If you ever do need to call me 2:00 in the morning, now I can pick up the phone and say, versus me looking at him like, oh no, I'm not dealing with that today.
Ooh. Woman of God.
Because some people exit your life in such a manner to where they can't come back in.
Oh.
God won't allow them to come back in because of their heart posture too. And you were supposed to be their kingdom helper. You were supposed to be their destiny helper. You were supposed to be you were supposed to be pushing them. You were supposed to help elevate them. You were supposed to help to shift them. You were supposed to, and God said, they blocked that. Only that temporarily.
Wait a minute, hold on. Let's go
back. But once we don't disconnect, or once we don't shift, once God says shift, then he has to cause that division between Abraham and Lot. And then later you see Abraham and Lot was able to get back. He was able to go back and get Lot.
Jesus.
But not until Abraham started doing what he needed him to do. So I can't go back and get you. Not right now. I'm focused. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the separations. I'm okay with the disconnects. It's fine. It's fine. What you over there doing, Queen?
Ain't nothing. Somebody said mic drop. Let me find. I gotta find out. Somebody said earlier, mic drop. I need to go back and find when they said mic drop, because they were dropping the mic. They were dropping the mic earlier. She dropped the mic earlier. Powerful. It's like you're talking about the season that we're in and understanding the season and the seasonal relationships. My God, from Zion. And we're trying to hold on to these relationships when they probably was there only for a certain or particular season. Hey, and we don't, and a season may not be like for a few months. It may just be, for a week or two, because maybe what they have, that thing that you need, is just like that small impartation. May not be anything major or big. Maybe just something that you needed, and it's like a light bulb come, and you needed that with them, and next thing you know, they're gone. But we're like,
we don't want to do that. We don't
right.
Hey, because so earlier, right? So before the show started, I was like, hey sis, how did you get like all your backgrounds and stuff the way you do it, this and another, right? So I'm sitting here and I'm trying to ask her how did she get this stuff? But other people like, oh, I trained you, I do it for you, I pay, you got to pay this and another. It's like we trying to charge everybody for everything versus just saying, hey, this is the knowledge I have. This is how you do it. This and another, and keep it moving.
And keep it moving. But there's no big thing to be trying to charge nobody for. It's just simple.
We don't want to collaborate. Hey, that was one of our first ones. We don't want to collaborate. We want to compete. We don't want to collaborate with one another. Women.
I want to speak in tongues and everything. That's why I can't halfway talk. Because this is...
Once I first got into ministry, Apostle Cynthia Miller, right? One of the things that she told me, she said, there's no competition in the kingdom. No, she said, there's no superstars in the kingdom or whatever. But she was also saying there's no competition, right? And so that's one of the things to where I don't think a lot of people got there once they first got into ministry. And then once you switch over into marketplace ministry, like how me and you are in, now we're simply looking, it's enough territory for all of us out here. Come on, Arthur. It's enough territory for you to write a book. It's enough territory for me to do my nonprofit. It's enough territory for us to do it's a whole bunch of land out there that we need to cover. And I can't do it by myself. So if God didn't gave you the same vision that he didn't gave me, okay, that's cool. God didn't told you to write on the same topic I didn't wrote on. Okay, that's cool. Let me know when your book release is so I can support.
Come on. Buy it and share it on my page.
Everybody else is doing it, how they doing it, and she put that on her plate because I put it on mine. No, and that was my mindset earlier this year. Oh, they doing the conference because I did the conference. They doing a book in a perfume because I did it. No, that was childish thinking.
Come on, you better say
that the vision is only needed in Alabama, that it's only needed in Georgia, that it's only needed in Florida. No, he's saying I need it up there in California, I need it in Washington, and I need it in Nebraska. And so I gotta put the same vision into other people.
Come on. to make sure my vision get out amongst these other places around the world, because
Right.
these are places that you can't go. You can't
Because
be here
it's
and there.
bigger than you.
Woo!
The vision,
Hey,
it's
God.
not even
Hey,
about
God.
you.
Thank
It's not
you.
about you.
Woo!
Again, we too busy looking at what's on other people's plate and just simply saying, "Oh, she doing this because and I was doing it first." Okay, God might have spoke to her too.
And you know what?
He might have spoke to him too.
And it's some things that I didn't even do and wouldn't do because such and such was already doing it. And I didn't want to seem like I was copying them and missed out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I ain't gonna do it because such and such over there next door, she's doing
Yeah.
it. So I'm not gonna do it. And I wanted to do it, but and then sometimes God tell us to do something, we'll hold on to it. Well, I don't know how to do it. I don't have the finances. And then when John Blow over here start doing it, and God gave it to you, and you wouldn't even do it. Now you were, I know, jealous, and you talking about him. I could do it better than that. But what happened when God gave you the vision? So you're really upset because God gave it to you. You didn't entertain the thought. You seen it in a dream and you didn't entertain it, but God showed it to them and they ran. Oh my God, from Zion. They ran with it. Now you mad.
Man,
Because
I can't tell you how many things I didn't do because I saw somebody else doing it, or they was doing it first, and I
mm,
didn't want to seem like, again, paying attention to other people's feelings, their opinion of
whew,
me or whatever. I don't want to do it because I don't want them to think that I'm copying after them.
yeah.
God tell you to do it, do it.
Do it.
I don't want to do it because I don't want them to think that I got
Yeah.
identity issues.
Yeah.
Again, other people's opinion,
Mm, mm,
our pride.
Yep.
And so once we're doing that, we're operating in disobedience. And then
Oh.
you wondering why things is messing up and things not going right in your home, in your marriage, in your finances, at work or whatever, because you've been disobedient. You ain't did what God told you to do.
Oh.
You said, I believe that prophet, he was lying. The prophet wasn't lying. You just being disobedient. You ain't went and did it.
Jesus,
God can't do that thing for you until you do this thing that he had already told you to do,
come
because they
on.
connected to one another. Once you do this, it's going to open up for the thing that you're desiring. But I told you to do this first.
Ah, good God from Zion. Jesus, Jesus. Prophet, you know what we supposed to been talking. I don't forgot what we supposed to have been talking about.
I forgot. We forget that other people was listening to us.
We forgot. We done had our own whole conversation
I
going on.
know it.
And,
Hey, y'all.
but listen, these women, they've been dropping mics. They done been trying to run. They done been talking about how, listen, there is no competition. They've been chiming in this whole time, and they the same thing. It's amazing how, God will use us to say something and they're saying the same thing, that they have the same issues. It's a lot of us having these same issues. Won't say anything, won't do anything, won't make the moves, won't do what God told us to do, and we're holding this all in and realizing that, we're not the only ones that had these issues, but we got to go forth and do what God have told us to do unapologetically. And you know what? Guess what? You would have your sector of people that God is going to allow you to connect with, and then they're going to have this. But we cannot be afraid to step out on faith and trust God. We have to do it. They're going to do it. Listen, you're going to write your book. I'm going to write my book. God has anointed you for your chapter, for your book, and for whatever it is that you're doing. He's anointed you for that, and this is what he's anointed me for what I'm doing. We got to go forth, and we have to be okay with what you're doing, because we don't know what you had to struggle with behind the scenes to push that book forward.
Exactly.
So when you tell me you got a book coming forth, I'm gonna celebrate you. Let me know when your book coming out so I can share it on my Facebook page. And whoever buy the book or see the book or just know that you're an author, listen, if you don't buy the book, at least you can share it on a page. At least if you have a way to get her on your podcast or Facebook Live. Hey, come on. At least I can do is that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not the time to be walking around. And guess what? While I'm up here jealous of you, you could help me with some things. I'm looking at you and get even more jealous because now you're doing something that I really want to do, and I want to ask you, but I don't want to ask you because I'm walking in the spirit of jealousy. But now that I'm not walking in the spirit of jealousy, I can come to you and say, "Woman of God, that is fly. Who did your flyers, or who helped you get your book, or who published your stuff, or if you did it, can you help me do mine?" You
Yep.
know, like if you're doing something on a level, I want to connect with you, not talk about you. I want to connect with you so I can find out how can I operate on that level because I don't know. So can we collaborate and connect together? And you know, and I understand sometimes with people, I understand that they do want to charge. You know, I
Yep.
get it. You know, and I get people telling me
If you
you're
write in an anthology with me, I do charge.
you know what I'm saying? Right. You know,
I
it's something you have
charge.
because it's gonna cost you.
I am
Because
marketplace, but I'm also ministry.
okay, listen, so we're talking about that. We're talking about your book. Let's get that out there because I know we
Oh
probably going
yeah.
over our time a little bit, but we didn't talk about this book.
Oh
You have a book that's coming forward, okay?
yes.
And
I
you
have
have
I
yes,
have
let's talk
two
about it.
of them. I have two books that are actually going forth anthologies. One thing I love about anthologies is just the ability to be able to collaborate with other people. And so once it comes to us telling our stories and how we evangelize to people, you have to realize that, you know, Queen Yolanda's testimony may not be what somebody else needs to hear. What I say may not need to be what somebody else needs to hear. But once you
Mm,
collaborate and write your chapter in another anthology, what they actually need to pull them out of their situation may actually be in your chapter. It may be in your voice. And so the way I look at it, the more people that collaborate and share their story, the greater opportunity we have to reach each and every last individual that pick up the book, pick up the anthology. So the very first one I'm doing is on mental health awareness, is bringing out mental health awareness, because that's one of the things that we have to realize. Some people need more than I'm just going to pray for you. It's some people that is crying to get to where you are today.
woo,
And so you might say, you know what, hey, I'm still battling a little bit with depression, but it's someone that's at a deeper level, because it's level 2 depressions, and
come
they're
on.
crying, they're praying and asking God how to get to the level that you're even at. So the first anthology is called I'm
Mm,
Not Okay. And so I'm not okay
mm,
is asking people, hey, come in, let's write a chapter and let's talk about a time to where you were not okay and how did you make it through it. Give people the tools, how you actually made it to your next level. How did you make it to where you are today? Was it that grief? Tell them how you dealt with grief. How did you may not was okay during the separation, during the divorce. How did you make it through that? You know, once you lost your job, at what time was you not okay? And women, you know, we're good for not being okay, but we put on our lashes, put on our makeup, and hey, we good. You know,
good.
we'll put on a mask for real and go out there and
Woo.
still be functional. But honestly, we're
Mm,
not okay in that moment, in that time. So how did you get there? So that's the first one. The
woo.
other one is Prisoner War in the Mind. That one right there is what was the thing that shifted you in your mindset? That anthology is all about mindset shifts. What was it that made you say, you know what, no longer will I continue to rob Peter to pay Paul? No longer will I continue to have my credit denied? No longer will I continue to be this joker's punching bag? No longer will I continue to allow drugs to be my God, to allow money to be my God. What is it that shifted in your mindset? What was the thing that said, you know what, I'm done cheating. I'm done being for the streets. I'm tired of being out there in the streets, right? What was the thing that shifted you in your mindset to where you say, you know what, hey, I have to shift. I have to do something different than what I'm doing. And so those are the anthologies. Not only do you get a chance to be part in there for us writing a chapter, you get a ticket to the conference, to the Prison of War in the Mind conference, June 21st, June 23rd in Huntsville, Alabama. But you also will be part of a virtual summit. Once we did the conference in June 2023, one of the things was we allowed some of the authors to tell their story, but we did not have enough time for them to really expound on the story that they wanted to. We also understand not everybody are readers, but they will watch a clip, they will watch a show or whatever. And so we're going to do a virtual summit that will have it streaming on Roku and Amazon Fire TV, as well as multiple social media platforms. So you get all of that in one package, and the prices are very reasonable. That's up my bad.
Ah, oh God, you listen. I'm telling you, woman of God, you are definitely anointed. I love hearing you, and it's like I'm lost for words every time I try to talk. It's like I'm just I got to get it out. So, are we still looking for people to collaborate with you with the health awareness and the prison of war? Are we still looking
Yes.
for people to collaborate with you in those books? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes, I
y'all
still have a few more
slots.
spots left,
Okay.
and I want to say it's like five or six in each one that's left. So the
Jesus.
spaces are limited. We're having a limited amount just because we're doing the virtual summit, and I want the authors to be able to speak.
Mm,
And so it's a 6-day virtual summit, and we're spacing it out. So the spaces are limited. Make sure that you go ahead and sign up with that, and then we do payment plans, so you don't have to worry about trying to pay the whole thing. And if you need me to say, hey, I need you to work with me, but I want to sign up, I want to be part of this, let me know. Reach out to me, connect with me, and I'll send you the information. Look, I got one I already said I'm interested. And so make sure you connect, make sure just say, hey, I want to be part of it. Let me get through the holidays, and can you start my payments in February or whatever? Just whatever it is.
Queen, listen, Queen Russell, Queen Hankins, she done beat me too because I'm sitting there like I was waiting for her to get through, but she typed it in. Because I'm sitting there saying, listen, y'all, this is why you have to connect with people because
Yeah.
some people are doing it on another level. Listen, I have you doing it what you're doing on another level, and you're talking about on Roku, on Amazon, on different social media platforms, and getting your book out, your information, people know who you are and what you're doing, and then releasing you out because they was in a powerful anointed book. We're talking about a conference, we're talking about traveling, we're talking about virtual summits. Oh my goodness, we talk about book collaboration, we're talking about hey, making payment plans. And I'm about the layaway, how they call layaway payment plan. I'm about the layaway payment plan. And
Right.
I just love it. And that's why it's good to collaborate. Oh my God. I'm so looking forward to this because this is gonna be big. And I do have Mary Russell Hankins. She said yes. She's very interested. I'm gonna be interviewing her very soon. Y'all need to stay tuned because she is going to be one of the guest speakers. So y'all make sure y'all come back through and interview her. And also, I want to put her out there. This woman of God, I love her. Pastor Willa Jones Choice. She's also has a conference
Yes.
coming up. Yes, ma'am.
Powerful.
Yes, sir. Yes, powerful. She's been posting and sharing. She's going to be talking a little bit. I think she's going to be talking a little bit tomorrow night, or something's going on with what she's doing tomorrow night. And then she has a conference they're doing in Jacksonville, I think like January 6th, so she gonna have to share more information. But I just want to put her out there just for a
I didn't
split
know Willa
second.
was that close.
Ma'am.
Man, Prophet Willa is cool.
Yes,
Hey,
yes. And so it's in Jackson.
right.
So I've been texting a lot of people and saying, hey, y'all want to come and be a part of it. So y'all, this is Queens. This is why we're doing what we're doing,
Yeah.
because we really have to get out there. And let me see what that was again. Okay, because this is her link, you all. So if you all are interested in getting in the book, y'all go ahead and go to the Facebook page, and y'all copy paste the URL, and then go on there and then submit and things like that. See how much it costs, whatever you need, and let's get this ball rolling, y'all. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited. So y'all, if y'all are interested in a mighty book collaboration, and y'all talking about mental health awareness, because we all need something in, related to mental health, and like we're not okay. We're not okay. We say that we're okay, but we're really not okay, and it's okay not to be okay. And I remember the first time I
Right.
heard that, and I bust out crying. And it was a woman, God said, it's okay not to be okay. And I
I'll
gave
tell
the
you,
ugly cry.
I'm a headhunter for the spirit of depression and anxiety and suicide, because them things came at me, and they had their foot on my neck, they had their foot on my
Ooh,
throat. So whenever I
ooh,
see them, I promise you, once I do my anthologies, I'm coming after those spirits. Like
Jesus,
yeah,
my God.
I be
And
trying
then
to
you
blow them
said,
up.
and
Get
then
a
you said,
sword.
the prison of war, talking about a mindset shift. Oh my God, from
Yes.
Zion. Listen, I'm about the shift. I'm about shifting your mind, because baby, we're not gonna stay here. I don't care. Listen, I tell people all the time, I say I look nice, I smile, and I look cute, but I ain't nothing to play with. You know. So I love it. This is, oh my, I'm so excited. We got you two people that's gonna get in your side of your book anthology, including myself. Yeah. So God knew what He was doing on tonight, and so y'all make sure that we do this thing. Let's go ahead and get it started. And probably Queen Mary, she's probably going to be in your mental health part of it, because that's part of something that she do already. So I'm excited about it. So let's tell us a bit more about your ministry, fervently creation, and then we can think about moving on from there.
Okay, so once it comes to Fervently Creations, again, my battle with mental health and depression, right? So once we look at fervently, we're talking about being persistent. I was persistent, so and things that God tell me to, then a visionary, right? But being persistent, and the way that I came out of depression, the way I came out of anxiety was me being persistent. But I am one that where God has called me outside of the four walls of the church. And
Come
so
on.
though I was speaking about social media earlier, I understand that we have seven mountains. And sometime, and what I always tell people, you have to realize that there's five gospels. It's Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, and you. And so once you are in their atmosphere, what are you doing? Well, I had to realize that it was some people that had left the walls of the church. So he's called me into the arena, or to the mountain of media. He's called me into to media and to journalists. So that's once it comes to writing the books, but it also I do Clubhouse on every Saturday morning. So though that's where I'm at, and I'm doing it because of some people that they have not went back into church because of people hurt. I'm not going to say church hurt, because of people hurt, right?
People hurt. Come
And
on, you
so
clarify.
because of people hurt, they maybe they're not in there, or because of their work schedule or whatever. And so I go out into I leave the 99 and I go out after the ones that have left. I go after the ones that this probably don't have a church home. I go in there and I like to minister to them. I like to talk to them. I also like to hear what they're saying as well. So that's one way that he does my ministry. The other way that he does the ministry is through the collaboration, through the anthologies. And with that, that's how I'm collaborating with other individuals, other kings and queens, because my anthologies are not just for men or women, husband. Hey, once a husband and wife, I give them an extra discount because I understand they're coming out the same household.
That can come.
But right, so even with that, or so I'm looking at it and just saying, hey, I want to be able to reach not only women, but I want to reach the men too. So that's one of the things that he have me going on. He's opening up other doors, other arenas as well. Going to, in the area of getting together for us the nonprofit for women's veteran transitional home. Or so where I am a veteran. And so one of the things that you always hear once they're talking about veterans, a lot of times they're thinking about the men, or they're talking about, right. It's a veteran transitional house or so. But what about the women? What about the women that are staying in abusive relationships, toxic relationships, those that are being manipulated, or staying in a narcissistic relationship or whatever, and they won't get out of there? Why? Because they have a shelter over their head. So can we get a center? I don't want just housing. I want a center to help transition them back into society. So not only will it have that, it have the event center, but it also have the things to where we're pouring into them. We're interviewing them. We're getting their story. We're talking to them. We're giving them their voice and showing them the power of their voice. We're showing them how to prepare for interviews, taking the time with them, showing them how to manage their finances, or so, instead of just saying, hey, I'm giving you a warm place over your head. With our kids, right? If my kids, the only thing I provided them with was a shelter over their head and food to eat, and then I sent them out into the world, they're not prepared for it. They don't, because I haven't gave them any wisdom. I haven't gave them any knowledge. I haven't given them any education. I haven't given them any mentoring. So I want to create a transitional center to where it's a longer process for them, but it helps transition them back into society. It helps transition them and help them to shift their mindset, because if we don't shift their mindset, they're going to turn back around and they're going to need us right back again to get right back in, to find them housing. If we don't shift their mindset, if we don't shift what it is, that their thought process, and build them up, show them the greatness that is on the inside of them, then they're going to continue to come back to us for a handout. So we got to shift their mindset. So again, I'm all about mindset shifts, and I'm all about mental health awareness. So Fervently Creation, it operates, it moves in those areas. Everything comes back to mindset shifts and mental health awareness. Even the conferences, Prisoner of War, is marketplace ministry, mental health awareness, mindset shift, and mass deliverance. Mass deliverance. And even with the mass deliverance, we show you how to do self-deliverance. because you don't need a prophet to come to your house. It's as mighty as a woman as Willie, as Prophet Willie is. You shouldn't always depend on Prophet Willie to come in and pray a spirit or a demon out of you. So we're going to teach that. We're going to foster that of in that mass deliverance. So it's not going to be just somebody up there and just calling out things and no, everybody gonna have something where they can speak, whether we have it on a screen or a piece of the paper or whatever, to where everyone will be speaking and we'll be counseling out things. It'll be enough of it'll be more than 2 or 3 of us in that room to cast out a whole 10,000, 100,000. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I love you. That's all I know. This has been a whole blessing. God has definitely come through on tonight. Woman of God, what is it that you would have to say to the listening audience on tonight? If there's a word you say, hey, I want to be able to say this to you all on tonight, what is it that you would have us have to say to us?
I would say don't get distracted. Don't get distracted by what the people are doing, our people are saying to your left and right. You're here for a purpose. And we have to understand that this place that we are currently at, where we're walking at, is just transitional. And so as we're preparing, as we're getting ready for our transition, we have work to do. We're not here just to be living our best life. This is not the best life that we're going to live. And so our best life is once we actually go home to glory, once we actually get into that eternal kingdom. So while you're here, don't get distracted. Ask God, what is my purpose here? What it is that you have me doing? How am I supposed to help? How am I supposed to bring others into your kingdom? How am I supposed to snatch people out of people's soul out of hell? Stay focused. Don't get distracted. I promise you, I can't say it no other way. Do not get distracted. Quit looking to your left and right and worrying about other people's opinions of you, worrying about what other people are saying, talking about you, whether they believe in you, whether they think you can do it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Quit getting distracted by other people. That's not your assignment. That's not what you're here to do. And you'll continue to get distracted as long as you continue to listen to the unclean spirit that will speak through them once God has told you to do something. Pay attention to the voice of God and quit giving so much focus to the voice of the enemy.
Y'all got that? Did y'all get that? Hey, listen, if y'all missed it, this is recorded and this is live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Y'all go back to it. Y'all can go and listen to it again. Hey, go on your TV. Go on it. Look up Prophetess Tish. Look her up on YouTube. It'll be there. Come and look on my page. I'm sure she shared it on her page if y'all missed it, because this right here was so good and well needed. And then y'all follow me. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Newbeing Queen Talk Show. I'm telling you, God is really doing some amazing things, and He has some powerful guests, as y'all can see tonight. Y'all see this? What y'all got tonight? There's more to come, and God is going to continue to bring powerful women of God with powerful messages, just like they said, are real, or someone with a great story, and they just want to tell you their story, have a wonderful testimony. If that fits you, let me know. Y'all back channel and message me, email me if y'all want to come on the show. Come on, let's do this thing. Let's get it out there to the world, because you have a message for someone. And just like she did tonight, now she got 2 people that's getting in her anthology. If you all have a story to tell, oh my God, God. If you have been wanting to write a book and you say, I don't know where to start, I'm here to tell you now that an anthology is one of the best ways to start, because writing a book by yourself can be a hefty price. And that's why some people take them up to a year to get a book pushed out, because of the fees and different things you have to do and different things that you may forget to do. But when you're doing an anthology, it takes some of the load off. It gives you the experience. It helps you to have someone to push you to write your anthology, give you a deadline. Help you. They'll help read. They'll have you in a group to help minister to you, empower and encourage you to help you do it, and to give you the motivation that you need. And it don't cost as much. Some of you have powerful stories to tell. Get inside of a book. If this hits your spirit on tonight and you said that fits me, we think that it costs an arm and a leg. She just said you can do payment plans. She has simplified it in a way that it's no, you can't even say no. If it fits you, if you said that you've dealt with depression or dealt with not feeling worthy or good enough, or you just had a shift in your mind, wanted to do great and wanted to do more and go to the next level, get in this book anthology. You have help. Tell your story. Become a first author. Become a first time author. Branch out there. Do something that you've never done before. Do something that you dreamed about, talked about, wanted to do. Let this be your start. Let 2024 be your new beginning. Let's end strong and begin strong. Y'all get in this book anthology. Did you like that? Did I do good, Prophetess?
Hey, I couldn't say it any better. I was like, I want to sign up. Where I sign up at?
Let's sign up in this book.
But you know what? I mean, in honesty, and then it's healing in writing.
It's therapeutic.
It's healing in writing.
Yes, ma'am. So you getting it out.
It's healing in writing.
God. It is, y'all. It is. Y'all, let's get it. Let me do this. I see one or two more comments. We got to do this thing. Let me see. These queens are here. They've been talking to us. You hear me? My God. So I'm excited about it. Woman of God, thank you so much for your time. Y'all don't forget getting this book anthology. Hit her up. If y'all didn't get all the information, y'all say, I want to know more about it. Message her. She'll be right there and available for you to get inside.
You know what?
Ma'am, go ahead.
Let me do it this way. And tell me you heard about it on this show. Once you contact me, let me know you had heard about it on this show, and I'll give you $100 off. I would give you $100 off.
Y'all better go get it. Y'all better get it now. Y'all better be chiming in right now. Okay, I do want to ask you this. Is it for men and women or just for women?
Yes. Men and women. I love to have the men's voice in them. The last Prisoner Award that we did, we actually had 40 authors in that one. I'm not doing that video this time, but we had 40 authors, and I want to say I think it was like 14 or 13 men they had wrote.
Jesus, come on, y'all got it. So it's not gender specific. It's anybody, male or female. Get into this, y'all. Get into it. Got 2 different books. Got 5 slots apiece. So it's 10 people. Y'all, let's come through. Let's go through on tonight. I love you all so much. Thank you all for chiming in. Thank you for tuning in to Newbeing Queen Talk Show. I love you all. God bless you. Have a great rest of the night. Blessings to you. Merry Christmas. Blessings. Greetings and welcome to Newbeing Queen Talk Show. I am your host, Queen Yolanda Mitchell, and I am thrilled to announce a fantastic opportunity for you to advertise on our program. You can choose either a commercial lasting no longer than a minute or a voiceover in a flyer. Numerous advertisement options are available, and we encourage you to reach out to us via email at newbeingqueenmove@gmail.com. That is Newbeing, NEWBEING. queenmove@gmail.com. For more information, please take notes of our email address at newbeingqueenmove@gmail.com, and we will send you information as soon as possible. We offer you the opportunity to promote your business, upcoming event, ministry, birthday shout out, anniversary appreciation shout out, or any other message you like to get out there. We are excited to work with you to create an effective marketing strategy for you, your brand, and your event.